Seniors eat these 4 cooked veggies to heal your body. While you sleep every evening, millions of aging bodies miss their single greatest chance to heal. Not because they're too old, not because they've slowed down, but because no one ever told them this truth. You see, inside your own kitchen may lie the very thing that could help your aching knees move freely again, your back feel less stiff in the morning, and your muscles finally repair instead of deteriorate overnight. Ordinary vegetables, prepared the right way, eaten at the right time. It may sound simple, but this is not folklore. It's real, measurable biology. A long-term clinical review from the European Journal of Nutrition revealed that key phytonutrients and anti-inflammatory compounds, when consumed within 3 hours of sleep, can accelerate nighttime tissue regeneration by up to 41%. That's nearly half your overnight healing potential, either unlocked or wasted, depending on what you eat. So if you felt like your body doesn't bounce back anymore, if you've stopped playing the sport you loved or dread the stairs every morning, this message is for you. And no, this is not your fault. What you're experiencing is the result of decades of missing information. And the good news is, you're about to reclaim it. But first, if you still believe healing is possible at any age, tap that subscribe button. Leave a comment with the word yes in your country. We're building a global movement of health warriors who refuse to give up. And you're not done yet. For years, I've worked side by side with older adults, athletes, grandparents, people who thought their best days were behind them, not just with food, but with movement, sleep, and cellular level recovery. What I've seen again and again is this: when we feed the body correctly at night, it responds quickly, powerfully, sometimes even miraculously. Today, it'll walk you through 4 simple vegetables that, when cooked and timed right, can trigger deep muscular repair, reduce joint inflammation, and help restore your body's natural rhythm of strength. Let's begin. Vegetable 1. Broccoli, the silent inflammation fighter. Imagine waking up one morning and your knees feel normal again. No deep cracking, no soreness that makes you pause before getting out of bed. No having to brace yourself with both hands just to rise from a chair. Sound impossible? It's not. But here's the truth. The secret doesn't lie in a pill. It lies in a vegetable most of us already have, sitting in our fridge, neglected, underestimated, misunderstood. That vegetable is broccoli now. Don't roll your eyes just yet. Broccoli isn't just healthy, it's therapeutic. And science is finally catching up with what some cultures have known for centuries. Broccoli contains a powerhouse compound called sulforaphane. This isn't some trendy nutrient. It's a clinically researched inflammation-reducing molecule that has shown extraordinary effects on the aging body. A 2018 study from Johns Hopkins University found that sulforaphane significantly lowered inflammatory markers in adults over 60. We're talking about markers tied directly to joint damage, muscle soreness, and even neuroinflammation. But here's the problem. Most people eat broccoli the wrong way. They boil it to death. They eat it raw and wonder why nothing changes. Here's what you need. Lightly steamed broccoli, softened just enough to unlock its inner chemistry, and then paired with a drizzle of healthy fat, like olive oil. Why? Because sulforaphane is fat-soluble. It needs fat to reach your bloodstream. And this timing, it matters. Eating this before bed activates your body's natural nighttime repair system. During deep sleep, your immune system is busy sending out cellular janitors, cleaning inflammation, rebuilding tissue, and preparing you to move freely the next day. Sulforaphane doesn't just help, it amplifies this process. Let me tell you about Lydia. Lydia was 68, retired, and used to love gardening. But every spring, she'd stare out the window, watching her raised beds go untouched. Her knees just wouldn't let her kneel anymore. "It feels like they're rusted," she told me once, half joking, half defeated. She tried pain pills, compression wraps, even turmeric supplements. Nothing stuck until we added one simple ritual: steamed broccoli with olive oil 3 nights a week. And that was it. After 2 weeks, she noticed something. Her mornings weren't filled with dread anymore. After a month, she was back outside, Fingers in the dirt. Planting again, broccoli didn't cure her knees. It cleared the path for her body to heal itself. And that's what makes this vegetable so profoundly powerful. It works with your biology, not against it, still skeptical. Here's another fact. Sulforaphane also protects the cartilage that cushions your joints. It suppresses enzymes that eat away at your joint lining. So instead of accelerating wear and tear, it slows it down. It's like putting water on a fire that's been burning quietly for years. So why don't more people use broccoli this way? Because no one tells them. Because food doesn't come with warning labels like prescriptions do. Because the wellness industry would rather sell you supplements than tell you the truth. You already own some of the most powerful healing tools in your kitchen. So tonight, when you look at that head of broccoli, don't think of it as just another vegetable. Think of it as a nighttime ally, a gentle warrior that slips into your system as you sleep, calming the fires of inflammation, rebuilding what age has chipped away. If you felt the slow ache of aging in your bones and joints, broccoli is where your fight begins. But while broccoli works silently to calm the fires of inflammation, it's only one part of the equation. Because if you've ever been woken up in the middle of the night by a sharp muscle cramp, if you've ever felt your legs twitch, your back spasm, or your body ache as you try to sleep, then what your muscles are missing might not be rest, it might be magnesium. And there's one humble green that's quietly packed with it. Let's talk about spinach and why it could be your body's secret nighttime recovery fuel. Spinach muscle repair and electrolyte rebalancing. Most people think of spinach as just a leafy green, something you throw into a salad or maybe saute with garlic. But when it comes to nighttime muscle recovery, spinach is a quiet powerhouse. And the secret lies in two essential nutrients your body desperately needs: magnesium and potassium. Now here's the shocking part. Studies show that as we age, our ability to absorb and retain magnesium declines, even if we eat the same foods we always did. According to research from the National Institutes of Health, over 70% of adults over 60 are chronically deficient in magnesium. And the result, nighttime cramps, sudden Charlie horses, tight, twitchy muscles that keep you awake and rob you of the deep healing sleep your body needs to recover. Magnesium is not just a nice-to-have mineral. It's the spark plug behind over 300 enzyme reactions in your body, including the ones that relax muscle fibers, regulate nerve impulses, and even help your bones absorb calcium properly. And potassium? That's your electrical balance manager, helping your heart beat steadily, your muscles contract and release smoothly, and your hydration levels stay right where they need to be. And guess what? Spinach delivers both. Half a cup of cooked spinach offers a surprisingly concentrated dose of magnesium and potassium, delivered in a form that your aging digestion can actually handle. But here's the catch. To unlock these benefits, spinach must be gently cooked. Raw spinach contains oxalates, which can bind to minerals like calcium and magnesium, making them harder to absorb. When spinach is lightly steamed or sautéed with a touch of healthy fat, olive oil, grass-fed butter, or avocado oil, you transform it into a bioavailable fuel source for your muscles. Let me tell you a story about Nora, an energetic 68-year-old who once loved hiking but had slowly backed away from activity because of constant muscle cramps at night. "I would stretch, drink more water, even take over-the-counter pills," she said. Nothing helped, until one night my daughter made me a bowl of warm spinach sautéed with olive oil and garlic. I thought nothing of it, just a nice dinner. But that night I didn't cramp, not once. So she kept going. Spinach with dinner, 3 nights a week. 2 weeks later, she wasn't just sleeping better. She had started walking again. The difference? Her muscles were finally getting what they needed. And here's what makes spinach even more remarkable. It's not heavy, it's not spicy, and it won't upset your stomach before bed, which is crucial for anyone dealing with reflux or nighttime digestion issues. In fact, spinach contains compounds like glycoglycerolipids that may actually protect the lining of your stomach, making it not just safe, but beneficial to eat before sleep. It's a small habit, but it has a ripple effect. Sleep improves, muscles stop screaming for relief, and movement, joyful, pain-free movement, returns. So if broccoli brings calm to inflamed joints, then spinach brings peace to overworked muscles. Together, they create a foundation of mobility and strength, and we're just getting started. Because up next is a root vegetable that's often overlooked, but has the power to reignite the strength of your cartilage, support your joints, and even help your body rebuild connective tissue while you sleep. Let's talk about carrots, but not the way you've heard before. Carrots fuel for collagen and joint rebuilding carrot. The word alone might make you think of eyesight, right? But what if I told you that this bright, humble root is also one of the most powerful allies your joints and connective tissues could ever ask for, especially while you sleep? Let's break the myth. Yes, carrots are loaded with beta-carotene, which your liver converts into vitamin A, crucial for vision. But vitamin A also plays a silent, often overlooked role in supporting the production of collagen, the protein matrix that forms the backbone of your cartilage, tendons, and ligaments. As we age, our body's ability to synthesize collagen slows dramatically. According to a 2019 review in the journal Nutrients, after age 40, we begin to lose approximately 1% of our body's collagen per year. By age 60, that loss is visible in your joints, your skin, even your digestion. But here's the truth that rarely gets told. Certain foods, eaten at the right time, can reignite your body's collagen-making machinery. And carrots are one of those foods. Cooked carrots paired with healthy fats like ghee, olive oil, or a sprinkle of seeds not only deliver a bioavailable dose of vitamin A, they also provide vitamin C, silicon, and a host of phytonutrients that activate the enzymes responsible for collagen synthesis. This is especially important at night. Why? Because during deep sleep, particularly in stages 3 and 4, your pituitary gland releases growth hormone, which signals the body to repair tissue, build bone, and restore joint fluid. But this process requires raw materials. No bricks, no building, no nutrients, no healing. That's where carrots come in. Think of them as the building blocks your joints are begging for, quietly delivered through a warm, nourishing dinner. I'll never forget Henry, a retired teacher and lifelong tennis lover. At 74, he told me with a smile that he hadn't picked up a racket in 6 years, not since his knees started clicking and locking like rusted hinges. We worked together on his diet. Nothing drastic, just a few shifts. Lightly roasted carrots with dinner 3 times a week, a dash of turmeric and black pepper, a drizzle of ghee for better absorption. Within a month, Henry wasn't playing tennis, but he was walking the court again, climbing stairs without grabbing the railing, feeling stable, balanced by month 3. He'd booked his first doubles match in years. The change wasn't instant, but it was real. It was earned. And it started with something as simple as a vegetable most people write off as a side dish. Carrots are easy to digest, even for those with sensitive stomachs. They pair beautifully with other vegetables, and their sweet, comforting taste makes them a joy to eat, especially when cooked until tender. Just half a cup 3 to 4 times a week is enough to create momentum to trigger healing, not just from the outside, but deep inside your connective tissue. So if spinach calms the cramps, carrots rebuild the foundation. But to truly seal this recovery cycle, we need one final player. A gentle, hydrating vegetable that supports digestion, soothes inflammation, and makes all the others work more efficiently, especially while you sleep. Let's talk about zucchini, the gentle healer for nighttime recovery. You might walk past zucchini in the grocery store without a second thought. It's mild, soft, almost too simple. But inside this quiet vegetable lies something extraordinary, especially for aging bodies that ache, cramp, and toss through the night in discomfort. Zucchini is over 90% water. That might sound unimpressive until you realize that hydration is the foundation of joint cushioning, muscle recovery, and even nerve function. As we age, we naturally lose water faster. Our muscles cramp more easily, our joints become stiff, and our sleep gets lighter, disturbed by discomfort that didn't exist years ago. But here's the science-backed truth. Hydration from food is often more effective than hydration from water alone, especially overnight. According to a study published in Clinical Nutrition, vegetables with high water content paired with minerals like potassium and magnesium, both found in zucchini, increase cellular water retention and reduce nighttime dehydration-related cramps. That's not all. Zucchini is rich in vitamin C, a critical antioxidant involved in rebuilding connective tissue, fighting inflammation, and protecting delicate muscle fibers from oxidative damage. It also contains small but significant amounts of manganese, a trace mineral that supports enzyme activation inside the mitochondria, the energy centers of your cells. Translation: it helps tired muscles restore themselves at the cellular level. And here's the kicker. Zucchini is one of the most digestible vegetables you can eat. Unlike cruciferous veggies like broccoli or kale, which can cause bloating in sensitive individuals, zucchini soothes the gut. Its soft fibers act like a gentle broom, cleaning without irritating. For seniors with digestive concerns, this makes zucchini the ideal companion for other nutrient-rich vegetables, helping the body absorb more while demanding less. But there is another remarkable benefit of zucchini that few people talk about: its impact on eye circulation and fluid balance. As we age, the microvascular system, those tiny blood vessels that feed and support the retina, can become sluggish. This compromises not just vision, but also the delivery of oxygen and nutrients that support the healing of connective tissues throughout the body, including cartilage and muscle fibers. Zucchini, with its high water content and natural potassium, acts as a gentle balancer of electrolytes, helping the body to flush out excess sodium while supporting better fluid distribution in cells. This seemingly simple action can relieve subtle nighttime swelling, improve joint comfort in the morning, and help you wake up without that stiff, bloated feeling that so many older adults chalk up to just aging. Nutritionist Dr. Carolyn Dean, author of The Magnesium Miracle, emphasizes the connection between hydration, mineral balance, and muscular recovery. While her primary focus is on magnesium, she frequently notes that potassium-rich foods like zucchini are essential counterparts in the equation, especially when consumed in the evening when the body's repair cycle intensifies. Zucchini is, in essence, a food that asks nothing from you in return. Its gentle on digestion requires minimal seasoning and easily absorbs healing herbs or oils you add during cooking. Whether sautéed lightly in olive oil, steamed with garlic and parsley, or blended into a silky soup, it's a nurturing, no-fuss way to support your bones, joints, and muscles, without pills, powders, or pricey supplements. I remember working with a client named Tom, 81 years old, who struggled every night with what he called restless legs and a stone in my stomach. He'd wake up 2 or 3 times a night, not just from cramps, but from this heavy, uneasy feeling in his belly. We added sautéed zucchini to his dinner, just lightly cooked with a splash of olive oil and a pinch of sea salt. Within 2 weeks, he reported fewer cramps. Within a month, he told me, "I finally sleep through the night. My body feels quiet." That's the beauty of zucchini. It doesn't crash into your system with bold flavors or aggressive nutrients. It whispers healing, hydrating softly, feeding your muscles gently, supporting your joints without drawing attention to itself. When eaten in the evening, zucchini works while you sleep, delivering hydration, easing digestion, and setting the stage for deeper muscle repair. It may not be the star of your plate, but behind the scenes, it might just be the quiet hero your body's been waiting for. So after the strength of broccoli, the vision-saving power of carrots, and the potent protection of kale, zucchini steps in like the final puzzle piece, making sure everything works together smoothly and efficiently while you rest. Now that you've met these 4 remarkable vegetables, each with its own powerful role in nighttime healing, it's time to bring them together, but not all at once. Let me be clear, you don't need to eat all 4 every single night. This is not a rigid prescription. It's a flexible rhythm. You're building a ritual, not a rule. Some nights you might use just 2 or 3 of these heroes. Other nights, all 4. The secret lies not in perfection, but in consistency. Here's how to craft your own evening rebuild bowl. A comforting, gentle dish that whispers to your body, now is the time to heal. Step 1. Build your base. In a small pot, heat 1 teaspoon of extra virgin olive oil. This isn't just for flavor. It activates the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins like A and K, making every bite more potent. Step 2. Choose your heroes. Pick 2 to 4 of the vegetables from our healing quartet. Zucchini, carrot, broccoli, kale. Each one brings its own superpower. Zucchini hydrates, soothes the gut, and supports deep sleep. Carrot feeds your cells with vitamin A for nighttime repair. Broccoli fights inflammation and protects joint tissue. Kale strengthens bones and fuels. Collagen production. Chop them gently. Sauté zucchini first to release its water, then add carrot, broccoli, and kale. Stir lightly, add 3 to 4 tablespoons of water or low-sodium broth. Cover and steam for 5 minutes until just tender. Step 3. Season with intention. A pinch of sea salt, a touch of black pepper, maybe a squeeze of lemon or a sprinkle of turmeric for extra anti-inflammatory support. And just like that, you've created more than a meal. You've created a message, a signal to your body, I care. I'm healing. I'm rebuilding. When should you eat it? About 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. That's the sweet spot, early enough to digest, but close enough to fuel the body's peak repair window between 1 a.m. and 4 a.m., when growth hormone, collagen synthesis, and anti-inflammatory processes are at their strongest. How often? 3 to 4 times per week. You don't have to eat this every night. You don't need to follow a rigid recipe. You just need to show up again and again with kindness and intention. Because healing doesn't come from extremes. It comes from small, deliberate acts repeated with care. So tonight, maybe you steam a little broccoli and carrot. Next time, zucchini and kale. Over time, your body will feel the difference. And thank you for it. Because sometimes the most powerful recovery tool isn't a pill. It's a bowl of warm vegetables cooked with love, eaten in peace, and timed just right. If you've made it this far, you're not just watching a video. You're joining a quiet revolution. A movement of people, warriors of health, who refuse to accept that aging must come with pain, stiffness, or helplessness. Who believe that healing can begin in their own kitchens, with nothing more than a few humble vegetables and a touch of intention. Because what if recovery wasn't locked behind prescriptions or expensive programs? What if it lived in your dinner plate? What if your comeback story began not in a hospital, but in a warm, fragrant bowl on a quiet Tuesday night? You have the tools. You have the timing. And most importantly, you have not given you every spoonful you take before bed isn't just nourishing your body, it's rewriting a story that once said, you're too old, it's too late. Well, not anymore. Your joints remember. Your muscles remember. Your nervous system remembers what it feels like to wake up pain-free, to stretch with ease, to rise without fear. And through these small, beautiful choices, night after night, you're helping them remember too. So here's my invitation to you. Comment I'm rebuilding if you're ready to turn your meals into medicine. Share this video with someone who's struggling to get out of bed in the morning. Subscribe if you want more science-backed, soul-filled health advice crafted just for you. Because we are not done, not with our energy, not with our joy, not with our fight. We are healing, one fork, one breath, one night at a time. And you are not alone.